is just this week. Just this week in right-wingers and CEOs talking about the little guy. Just this week.
We're preparing to strike these companies in a way they've never seen before.
He's coming in and saying, well, they've never seen anything like it. I think there's a nuclear option on the table if he's not careful. And that nuclear option is a country called Mexico. But Puebla's got a 55,000 person factory for VW, and they got a good educational workforce. It's $5 an hour. No real pollution control rules. That's not to be mentioned. Have free health care. So you know what? You want to play ball? You want to keep doing this? Mexico.
Glad to see you're standing up for the American worker here, Jim. Thanks for that.
If you were a left-wing pundit and said something like this, your career would be over. You just said on TV that the American worker is shit and that they should be in pain because they deserve it because they're pushing back too hard. And if they keep pushing back, we're just going to take everybody from Mexico. Okay, wait. The country that they want to build a wall between because they said there's an invasion of immigrants. No. Rapists and murderers coming in through, and now they want to hire them. They want to hire the rapists and murderers. Because what, $5 an hour? And now next on trashy right-wing CEOs trying to keep the little man down, Mary Barra, CEO of General Motors.
The union is demanding, asking for a 40% wage increase over 4 years. They're asking for that in part because they say CEOs like yourself, leading the big three, are making those kind of pay increases over the course of the last 4 years. You've seen a 34% pay increase in your salary. You make almost $30 million. Why should your workers not get the same type of pay increases that you're getting leading the company?
Well, if you look at compensation, my compensation, 92% of it is based on performance of the company.
Do you know what stock buybacks are? Stock buybacks is whenever, let me explain how this works. They'll lay off a shit ton of people and they'll take that extra money that they have lying around and they'll put it right back into their stock buyback program, which does what? Artificially inflates their stocks. And what did that one CEO say again that controls her pay? Oh, that's right, performance. That's messed with by the stock price, by the stock performance. Performance equals stock performance. And she can manipulate that by taking the leftover money she has over, by laying off salaried employees, taking that money, buying back stock.
I think one of the strong aspects of the way our compensation for our represented employees is designed is not only are we putting a 20% increase on the table, we have profit sharing. So when the company does well, everyone does well.
Yep, so well that they started the strike yesterday.
And for the last several years, that's resulted in record profit sharing for our represented employees. And I think you have to look at the whole compensation package, not only 20% increase in gross wage, but also the profit sharing aspect of it, world-class health care, and there's several other features. So we think we have a very competitive offer on the table, and that's why we want to get back there and get this done.
But if you're getting a 34% pay increase over 4 years and you're offering 20% to employees right now, do you think that's fair?
Well, I think when you look at the overall structure and the fact that 92% is based on performance, and you look at what we've been doing of sharing in the profitability when the company does well, I think we've got a very compelling offer on the table.
Yeah, compelling for whom? For you? Scraps aren't good enough anymore. That's why they're striking. That's why people are striking in every single labor sector in the market. And it's only getting worse and worse, better and better each day. And that's because there's pieces of shit out there like you saying the quiet parts out loud. You know what? There's a saying for what's happening right now.
Putting them at a fuck around level of 10. Okay? And that would explain the find out of 10. When the actions of you or somebody else, maybe at a level 1 fuck around, get added with the actions of another, that's called a fuck around entanglement.
And hey, what's an entanglement without the third right-wing walking trash bag who's obviously willing to pay for sex until the day they die?
I think the problem that we've had is that we have people decided they didn't really want to work so much anymore through COVID, and that has had a massive issue on productivity. Tradies have definitely pulled back on productivity. They have been paid a lot to do not too much in the last few years, and we need to see that change. We need to see unemployment rise. Unemployment has to jump 40-50% in my view. We need to see pain in the economy. We need to remind people that they work for the employer, not the other way around. I mean, there's been a systematic change where employees feel the employer is extremely lucky to have them, as opposed to the other way around. So it's a dynamic that has to change. We've got to kill that attitude, and that has to come through hurting the economy.
No, by hurting the economy, he means by hurting the American people, by hurting the American blue-collar worker. That's what he means. By causing them physical and mental anguish and pain until they have to come crawling back to us begging for us, begging for the scraps that we might fucking throw them. That's what he's saying. And we've got to put our foot down, organized across the board, not just this union effort, an everyone effort.